The Chicago Sky looked better in quarters 2 and 3 in this game against the Atlanta Dream. Unfortunately, still lose by 13 points. We're going to talk about it all and more right after this.
Welcome to Chicago Sky Central, and here's your host, Haize.
What's going on, Sky fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Sky Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Sky related. I'm the host there, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Chicago Sky Central on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go ahead and get into it today, y'all. And this was a game where it was a lot more competitive in the middle quarters. A lot more competitive. After getting out to a 6-point deficit in the first quarter of this game, the Chicago Sky win the second and the third quarters in this game to make it look a lot closer. Now, they ended up losing the fourth quarter by 13 points, unfortunately, which is the same deficit that they end up losing the game overall in. And the Sky are going to have to learn how to close out games. They're going to have to learn how to play a full 4 quarters of basketball. That's something that still escapes them in this game. But you got much better performances from Ariel Atkins in this game, Elizabeth Williams in this game as well. Ariel Atkins scores 29 points, only 8 of 22 from the field, though, but she does get to the free throw line 11 times. Just being active, more aggressive about pushing the pace, pushing the tempo, pushing the issue. She also has 6 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 steals in this game, only 2 turnovers. As a matter of fact, the Chicago Sky only have 9 turnovers in total in this game, which I got to give them credit for. The turnovers have been such a major part of what's held the Chicago team back the entirety of the season so far. It was good to see them have a game where they didn't give up a huge amount of turnovers. You get 16 points off the bench from Elizabeth Williams in her 22 minutes on the court, which is important. Camila Cardoso is about to go away for a little while with overseas and her national team, so that's going to happen soon. So Elizabeth Williams probably going to be inserted into that starting lineup. She scores 16 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist in this game, 1 steal, 2 blocks. It's really good to see Will have a very active game like she had as well. Angel Reese had 10 points, 19 rebounds in this game, 3 steals, 1 block. Did have 3 turnovers, which led the team, but we had 9 turnovers overall. I'm not going to crucify her for that. She did only go 3 of 11 from the field. Another one of those inefficient games as far as shooting-wise from her, but that's going to happen with Angel Reese. She's been a lot better as of late with that, so those games are going to happen as well in here. Outside of Elizabeth Williams, though, no real bench production in this game at all. We got 16 points off the bench from Will. Only 4 points other than her. 2 from Michaela Oniwerde, 2 from Haley Van Lith, who only played 8 minutes in this game as well. And it just, you need more than that. Rachel Banham had herself a okay game, I guess, when it comes down to it, an okay game. She gets 10 points in this, going 2 of 5 from the field. She did kind of all her shots were 3-pointers. She didn't over dribble the ball at times, which is really good. You want to see that from Rachel Banham. She needs to just be coming off screen shooting almost the entire time that she's in the game. Didn't quite do that, but again, this is not one of those games where I'm going to completely crucify the team. We shot absolutely abysmally from 3-point range, though. 4 of 15 for 26%. You're going to have to shoot it a little bit better than that or just be more efficient, especially when they gave up 16 3-pointers for the Atlanta Dream, Ryan Howard, 22 points. You get 19 points from Alicia Gray, 13 points from Brianna Jones. Listen, that's a hell of a 1-2-3 punch for the Sky, who just offensively have not been able to catch a rhythm all game long. They do give up over 90 points again, which, that's been something the Sky's defense has been nothing to write home about, unfortunately, throughout the entirety of the season. But yeah, we shall see what happens and what the Sky do, man. This has just been national TV. Been disappointing. They're in a tough stretch right now of games as well. We take on the Sparks on Tuesday. We turn around and take on Golden State on Friday, and then the Sparks again next Sunday, so a week from today. So that's going to be 3 games. All those games are televised one way or another between NBA TV, ION, and ESPN. But, I'm just glad that the Sky did show more fight in this game. For a team that the season is off to the start that it is. They're now 3-10 on the season. They showed some fight. Now you got to hope that you can build off of that. We're 13 games into the season. We got a lot of season left, but it's been a very, very disappointing start for this Sky team, and hopefully they're able to start correcting things sooner rather than later. Sky needs to reach out to Kennedy Carter and bring her back. Her and AA would be lethal. I don't see that happening. I talked about that a little bit on the live stream after yesterday's episode, just as a like what if thing. But I highly doubt that we're going to see Kennedy Carter back. But I wouldn't mind it. That's for damn sure. I'm just glad we fought and had low turnovers. Exactly. Like getting the turnovers underway is really good. I don't know what the Atlanta Dream. I said Hawks. The Atlanta Dream average as far as turnovers forced per game. I don't know that off the top of my head. I don't know if they're a team that usually forces a lot of turnovers, but it's just good for the Sky that have had a lot of trouble with turnovers to get that kind of underway where they can, because it's been real ugly for the Chicago Sky as of late. Real ugly. I think we're averaging like 17 turnovers per game or something like that. The refs were Clarkies. This had nothing to do with Clark. Plus, I think they're on the precipice of losing too, or did they already lose? Yeah, they lost by 8 points to the Aces today. It was a good game. Yeah, it was a good game. It was, like I said, you're not going to win them all. And for this team, I just want to see them compete. And they definitely came in this one and competed at a lot better level. Why did the thumbnail not update? Oh, let me get that fixed, because I definitely created a new thumbnail. We're going to go ahead and fix that right on up. There we go there. Sometimes technology don't work right, but there you go. Why was Camilla benched in the fourth? I think it's because E. Will was playing so well. I would guess maybe it's because she's about to leave for a little while to go play with her national team. Maybe it was that part too. Maybe they have an agreement there. But that also happened in last night's game too, or yesterday's game too, where she was benched in the fourth. So I don't know what's going on with that one. I'm glad this team had low turnovers. Can the team get the 3-point line? That's where they lost tonight. Yeah, you can't score only 4 3-pointers and give up 16. It's difficult to win that game against any team. Like, that's a huge discrepancy at the three-point line. That's almost a 30-point discrepancy at the 3-point line. So yeah, that's difficult. They took the scrappiness from the team, though. No one is getting on the floor. No one is coming to the ball. That just looks crazy. Yeah, it's definitely not the same ball and same team that we got used to seeing last season at all. Like, it's not even close to that scrappy team we got to see last season. Angel got to stop being scared of taking mid-range shots. I feel like she's making the game tougher on herself, only going to the paint. I don't know if it's a confidence thing with the way that the season started off with her shooting. I don't know if that she's just trying to be aggressive, but I do agree with you. Like, Angel got to take that midi, especially when it's there naturally, a little bit more, because at this point, like, teams are going back to just packing it in the paint on her, and you don't want to see that. Like, you should use that to your advantage. If teams play you for the drive, which I like seeing Angel Reese put the ball on the floor. I like seeing her try to drive, put her shoulder down, get to the rim. But if you see teams are just playing you and anticipating that, you got to circumvent that by stopping and popping. Take the jump shot. Take what the defense is giving you that's open. And, that's how you keep defenses honest on you. So, and Angel's a very smart basketball player. I think that she'll adapt that, and hopefully, I don't really have a lot of positive to say about the coaching staff here, but hopefully they're coaching her up to do that as well. Despite the loss, it might have been their best game. I could see, especially for the level of competition, like the Atlanta Dream are 10-4 in the season, right? So while the Sky have won 3 games, those wins haven't come against like great teams. So I could see where you're getting at with this one. What did Hillman become Steph Curry? Am I missing something? That's hilarious. Yeah. It wasn't a lot. She only went 2 of 4 from the 3-point line today, but 4 or 6 from free throw, that really hurt. That really helped her get in rhythm as well, right? Kia Nurse is a liability right now. I hope the team can look another point guard to consistently facilitate the offense. Well, that's the thing. Kia Nurse is not supposed to be a point guard. She's not supposed to be facilitating the offense. That's where we really do need an actual point guard, and we can use one drastically, right? Because now with Haley Van Lith is not a point guard either, and I'm not trying to knock her on that one. She may develop that and be cool with that long term. It's going to take a minute for her to get there. Sluty was really the one that we were looking at here as far as point guard play. And so the Sky really need to evaluate that and see what they want to do with that going forward. That's for sure. I think she is better shooter than a post player. Okay. That's a take. I'm not disagreeing with you. The 3-point defense is horrible. Seems like every game, every game, other teams. That's me not reading this fundamental. That's not you. You typed it correctly. That was me. Teams get wide open threes and destroy the Sky with. Defensively, we're not rotating out. We don't do a lot well defensively. So there's that part in it. We just don't do a lot well defensively. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Just mixing it. Yeah, you just want to keep defenses honest. When you only do one thing, I think people are like, no matter how good and elite you are at that one thing, and I'm not saying like Angel still has things that she can get better around the rim too. But even if she was elite around the rim, when teams know you only have one thing or one bag, they can play that easier. Basketball isn't X's and O's. It's a chess match, especially when you get in there with some of the better coaches. So yeah, she's gonna have to work on that part of it. Tahina was cooking. Yeah, Tahina was definitely cooking. Miller was in foul trouble. Miller had 3 fouls. Like, I get what you're saying in that one, but she had 3 fouls. Like, and that's not even necessarily at Miller, but if Tyler Marsh was sitting there because she had 3 fouls, and keep in mind, you went into the fourth quarter tied. 3 fouls isn't enough to try to excuse not putting her at all in the game. Is basically what I'm saying, right? But again, I'm not even like Camilla's going to be aggressive when she's going to be aggressive. There's going to be times where she fouls. But I don't think 3 fouls should have stopped her from being in the fourth in crucial moments. I just don't agree with that. But it is what it is. There was Camilla having shoulder problems because why was she on the bench in the fourth? That's what we're talking about now. Like somebody said, oh well, it's the foul trouble. I don't think 3 fouls is the level of foul trouble to not be in the fourth quarter. Personally, that's just the way that I look at it. But we'll see. But overall, like I said, better fight in this game at times. Those middle 2 quarters looked really good when it came down to it as well. And yeah, we'll see what happens there. We shall see what happens. It comes down to this team does have some talent on it. Coaching has been a liability. Execution from the players has been a liability. And now I'm really wanting to see how the front office is evaluating this. Do they feel like this is something that they can be aggressive about going into the trade deadline to try to do something about? Or have they already succumbed to the fact that this is going to be the season and they're going to go back to the drawing board this offseason? I'm really, really looking to see what that's going to look like. Miller was hot in the first half. Absolutely, she was hot in the first half. Yeah, and I will give Camilla credit. Like I said, if I'm gonna critique, I'm gonna also give credit. Like Miller has come out a lot more aggressive in the last couple of games. Now I need to see it be consistent from her, and that's been the problem with Miller. I think even Camilla's biggest fans will say that like it's not been as consistent as you needed to be. But I will say she has been more aggressive to come out in games, and that's really good. If you can start off with that fire, now you just got to maintain it, right? So Miller just got to unlock that dog, man. And I really think like a lot is going to become so much easier for Camilla as a player once she starts consistently unlocking that dog. And let's hope that she can do it, because if she does, a lot of things change for the Sky team. And aggressive Camilla Cardoso, I'm not saying makes or breaks the Sky, but it absolutely makes things easier for her teammates, easier for her, and it puts more pressure on defenses. So let's hope that we can start seeing that a little bit more. Miller didn't even foul in the second half. E-Will was killing, though. We need, in my opinion, in the fourth quarter, our defense is so bad. We need stops late in game, and we don't get them. Yeah, I mean, we lost every bit of the defensive identity that we had last year. Every bit of it. And when I get it. We had a lot of overhaul on the roster, but like it's just, man, it's such a night and day difference when you look at how we competed defensively. And now this season, it's interesting. I don't know if it was the league adjusting. I don't know if it's more so Tyler Marsh focusing more on offense. I don't know. My bad. I thought Camilla had 5 fouls. I was at the game. Camilla had at least 4 fouls. Hey, listen, I'm not saying she didn't have some fouls that she should have been called for, but I'm just saying on the official sheet here, she only had 3 fouls. That's all I'm saying. Chicago didn't draft anyone to help them this year. I made a bet that they wouldn't win 10 games this year. They'll win 10 games. But and I think that what you said is fair. I do think that Maddie could help a little bit more, but they're just not playing her, and maybe that just means that she's not showing enough in practice. We knew that Haley Van Lith was going to take a while to acclimate, and she's had some flashes of some things, but it's been some rough spots there for her too. 2 turnovers in 8 minutes today is a little bit rough. Svitka, our first round pick, she's not even here, right? She's not even coming over this season. So, we'll see what happens in the future, man. We'll see what happens in the future. Mary says Chicago played a good game. They played a tough game today. they played a tough game today, and I got to give them credit for that. So not going to complain as much as I did after the last game. But let's see what we can build off of. We get right back to it. We had that long. We had a week of like no games. We don't have that for a while now. It's back to back to back. We got 3 games between now and next Sunday. The next 7 games. So 7 days, I should say. So make sure you guys stay in tune with us for that one. But just a quick post game today, not as long because I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I'm cooking dinner. I got stuff on. I'm tired. It's a heat wave in this motherfucker, and it's hot. These lights is hot as hell in studio lighting. So I love you guys, man. Make sure you guys are following us at Chicago Sky Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, ChicagoSkyCentral@gmail.com. And then lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for the mailbag, number to do so, 773-270-2799. We're the #1 spot for everything Chicago Sky related. We'll see y'all bright and early on the next one. Love you guys. Go Sky. Peace, y'all.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.